Thanks for tuning into SlopeTV. I'm Jake Mastbaum. We're gearing up for another season of Cornell Big Red Basketball, and here to talk about it, we're joined by junior point guard Chris Wroblewski. Chris, thanks for taking the time to talk with us today.
Yeah, Jake, thanks for having me on.
Well, first of all, I want to take a step back. Last time we interviewed you here on Slope, I started off the interview by asking you the correct pronunciation of your last name.
Yeah.
Obviously, a lot of stuff has changed since then. We're 2 Ivy League titles and a Sweet 16 appearance later. Have you had a chance to look back and really reflect upon what you accomplished in your time at Cornell so far?
Yeah, it's really been more than anything I could have ever dreamed of. When you commit to an Ivy League school, when I committed to Cornell, never in my wildest dreams would have thought that I would have gone to the Sweet 16 playing Kentucky, let alone in Cornell's backyard at the Carrier Dome. The last year was just a surreal experience, and I'm so happy that I got to spend it with the guys on the team last year.
It's obviously been a frustrating preseason for you, battling a few injuries, not being able to be on the court as much as you would have liked. And the two things that Cornell fans want to know is, one, how's the ankle, how's the nose, and two, what's our status for this weekend?
Yeah, well, as far as the nose goes, you guys can let me know how it looks. I opted not to have it reset, so I'm hoping it's not too crooked. But that's getting better. And as far as the ankle goes, I'm walking around better on it and can start to put some weight on it. And the trainer seems to think that I'm ahead of schedule, which is promising for me because as a player, I don't want to miss any time, especially the first game with new coaching, a lot of new players. So I would definitely like to be there on the court with them this weekend. But I just got to take it day by day and not rush into anything.
Yeah, you're going to be rocking one of those Rip Hamilton masks out there?
I was for a while. After the ankle injury, though, and having to sit some more time out, I think I'll be good. And I never thought I could make the mask look work for me, so probably not.
So we all know there's been a lot of change with Cornell basketball over the offseason. Steve Donahue's off at Boston College, making room for Coach Courtney and the staff here at Cornell. From a player's perspective, how's that transition been so far, and how are you guys adjusting to Coach Courtney's style?
Well, with any kind of change, there's going to be some bumps in the road. It's not always the smoothest transition, but I think there's a lot of similarities with Coach Donahue and Coach Courtney and just how they approach each practice. They both have an incredible competitiveness and passion for the game. Both, you could say players, coaches, they really want to get to know their players off the court. And so in that respect, it's been easy. But as far as, philosophies go, there's a learning curve, and you have to pick up the new offensive and defensive principles that he's, putting in. And so it's hard not being on the court, and especially in the early going when, everyone else is learning this and I can't be a part of it. And so it's that chemistry that I'm going to have to look to rebuild when I get back out there.
It seems so far in practice that Coach Courtney has had a clear emphasis on the defensive end of the basketball.
Yeah.
Do we have the making of a real defensive-minded ball club, or are we still going to see some of that run-and-gun style basketball we've become accustomed to the last couple of years?
It's definitely going to be an up-tempo, fast break, looking to get out and transition, shoot some threes. It's going to be a fun style of ball, but also Coach Courtney has definitely made an emphasis on the defensive end, and I think that's important for us because we don't have a 7-footer back there to just bail us out and alter so many shots. So we're definitely going to have to focus more on the defensive end. And I think with the makeup of our team, we have a lot of gritty guys who want to get after it on the defensive end, and we could be good back there.
Talked about the new coaches, but also a lot of changes to the roster. 8 seniors gone, which means a lot of new roles out there. Even as a guy who's been a big part of the rotation for the past 2 years, everyone knows your role's going to change.
Yeah.
What's Coach Courtney expecting from you this year, and what kind of goals do you set for yourself?
Definitely. Role the last couple of years has been just be out there and just get the ball to Whitman, Footer, Lewis, and that's been kind of easy. And every once in a while I have a wide open, no one within 10 feet of me, open 3. I think I can expect probably I have to step up and along with Aaron Osgood and Adam Wire, the seniors on the team, step up into a leadership role. It's been a little hard not being out there on the court to lead, but as far as goals this season, I definitely think along with Eric Peck or Aaron Osgood, those guys, we could be Ivy League Player of the Year, and I think all 3 of us, and we're gonna have to play up to that our potential to maintain the success we've had this year. And so I think Coach Courtney is looking for all of us to play that way, and he knows that we're going to need to.
Staying on that theme, Coach Courtney has said that this is a team of unknowns. You guys are only returning about 20 points a game from last year, which means a lot of guys are going to have to step up.
Yeah.
Now, you mentioned a few guys already, whether it be Eric Peck or Aaron Osgood, but who are some of those guys that the Cornell fans may not know it yet, but are going to step up in a big way?
I think you guys haven't heard of Andrew Fair, who's a transfer, came from Palm Beach, was a walk-on at Valparaiso his freshman year. He is fitting in terrifically with Coach Courtney's system and with the guys. He lights out shooter, probably with him and Max, the best 2 shooters on the team. He played phenomenal. We just had a scrimmage against Lafayette, and I think he made like 6 or 7 threes. So he's definitely been very impressive. And he also, he's a smart player, understands the game, plays well at the defensive end. So I would say, along with him, Aaron Osgood, the fans, know him but haven't seen him play, and I think he's going to have a big year as well.
Yeah, one of the things that Coach Courtney has said that's kind of stuck with me is that right when he got to Cornell, he noticed that there was a winning culture in the locker room because every player in here, ever since they got to Cornell, all they've done is win.
Right.
Now, going into the season, what's your mentality as a team, and what kind of goals as a group are you guys setting?
Yeah, it's interesting because, like you said, all we know is winning, and I think it's important because more us than anybody else knows what it takes to get to an Ivy League championship, and we know what kind of effort and what kind of work needs to be put in to get that kind of reward. And so we're going to do everything we can to, make it 4th straight.
Yeah, that would be great. Looking towards the weekend, we mentioned in the beginning we got Albany on Friday, opening game. What do you know about the Great Danes, and what kind of game is that going to be?
The coaches, I know, have already started planning and preparing and looking at film. As far as practices, we have today off, and I think tomorrow we're going to start planning for the game. I know that it's the first game of the season, so any team's going to have a lot of energy. They're going to want to come out and set a tone for their season. So we're going to just have to match their energy, and hopefully I'll be on the floor and helping out the team and the cause.
Sunday, you could go down to Big East country.
Yeah.
Got a rematch of last year's opening game. What are you guys going to have to do to get revenge on Jeremy Hazel in Seton Hall this year?
Well, maybe if he doesn't, torch me for 30 again this year, then we might have a better chance. But no, we're just going to have to, in a team like that, when we play a Big East opponent, they're very athletic, can do a lot of damage on the boards. So we're going to have to make sure we don't allow them so many second chance opportunities and also limit them in transition. But also we're going to have to take care of the ball. We're going to have to play well and execute on the offensive end, and it'll be a good test for us.
And Chris, I want to end on this note. Going into the new season, if you had to give one message to the Cornell fans out there, what would it be? Now's your chance.
I hope that a lot of other people are writing us off this year, but I hope as the fans, I know the guys in the locker room and the coaches just appreciate the heck out of the support you've shown us the last couple of years, and I hope that can continue, and we're going to do our best to continue our success.
On that note, guys, remember the season starts on Friday, 7:30 against Albany. Hopefully we'll see this guy on the court.
Yes.
Again, Jake Mastbaum, Chris Wroblewski. Thanks for watching Slope TV.